Our topic for today is carbohydrates. For this particular presentation, here are my references. Here are the objectives. At the end of the session, the learner, you, will be able to first discuss the nomenclature of carbohydrates according to their chemical structures and properties. Second, you will be able to discuss the classifications of carbohydrates. Third, you will be able to discuss the mechanisms involved in the digestion of carbohydrates. And finally, you will be able to discuss the mechanisms involved in the absorption of carbohydrates in the digestive tract. What are carbohydrates? They are hydrates of carbon. A structural formula shows all the atoms present in a molecule as well as the bonds that connect the atoms to each other. Carbon normally forms 4 covalent bonds and has no unshared pair of electrons. Oxygen normally forms 2 covalent bonds and has 2 unshared pairs of electrons. Hydrogen forms 1 covalent bond and has 3 unshared pairs of electrons. Carbohydrates have the empiric formula CnH2ON or CnH2nON, 1 molecule of water per carbon atom. Carbons with some water molecules are attached, and hence they mean hydrates of carbon. For this empiric formula, the ratio of carbon to hydrogen to oxygen is 1:2:1. If there is one slide I want you to remember, it is this: the classification of carbohydrates. When you are given a table, as in your other courses, the author wants to give you a bulk of information best presented in table form, so you can be sure that all information in the table are important. Carbohydrates can be monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Examples of monosaccharides are glucose, fructose, galactose. Examples of disaccharides are maltose, sucrose, lactose. And examples of polysaccharides are starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Monosaccharides are simple sugars. They cannot be hydrolyzed to simpler forms. The name of the sugar ends with "ose", one carbon being the carbonyl group of either an aldehyde or a ketone. Monosaccharides containing an aldehyde group are classified as aldoses. Those containing a ketone group are classified as ketoses. Monosaccharides have the same formula, and because they have the same formula, they are structural isomers. The term sugar refers to monosaccharides and disaccharides. Added sugars are those sugars and syrups added to food during processing or preparation. Added sugars are associated with increased body weight and diabetes mellitus type 2. Sucrose is ordinary table sugar. Lactose is the principal sugar found in milk. Maltose is found in significant quantities in beer and malt liquors. Polysaccharides may be complex carbohydrates like starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Table is from another presentation. Remember, if you are given a table, the pieces of information in the table are important. Fisher projections are two-dimensional representations to show the configuration of carbohydrates. Carbon number 1, 2, 3. There are 3 carbon units. This is a triose, as exemplified by glyceraldehyde. Carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a tetrose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon units. This is a hexose. Glucose is a hexose. Disaccharides are two monosaccharides linked by a glycosidic bond. Disaccharide maltose. Disaccharides. Cellulose is the major structural component of plant cell walls, especially food and fibers. It is a linear homopolysaccharide of beta-D-glucose, and all residues are linked by beta-1 for glycosidic bonds to form long straight chains. Mammals, including humans, lack enzymes called cellulases that hydrolyze cellulose to glucose, and so humans cannot digest cellulose into glucose. Cellulose cannot be converted into energy. Cellulases are found in bacteria, including the bacteria that inhabit the digestive tracts of insects such as termites and grazing animals or ruminants such as cattle and horses. This explains why cows and horses can live on grass and hay, but humans cannot. Inulin. Inulin is stored polysaccharide fructose in beta-2-1 linkage found in some plants, tubers, roots of dahlias, artichokes, and dandelions. This is water-soluble and is used to determine the glomerular filtration rate. Chitin. Chitin is a structural polysaccharide in the exoskeleton of crustaceans and insects, also in mushrooms. Pectin. Pectin is found in some fruits. Hyaluronic acid is a component of vitreous humor of the eye and the lubricating fluids of the joints. Chondroitin sulfate, sold as over-the-counter drugs used to replace damaged cartilages, especially the knees. Heparin is an anticoagulant and keratan sulfate found in connective tissues. The structural relationship with glyceraldehyde. In a Fisher projection, D-glyceraldehyde and L-glyceraldehyde serve as the reference points for the assignment for relative configurations for all other aldoses or ketoses. The reference point is the penultimate carbon, the next to the last carbon on the chain. Structural relationship with glyceraldehyde. D-monosaccharide has the same configuration at its penultimate carbon as D-glyceraldehyde. The hydroxyl group is on the right. An L-monosaccharide has the same configuration at its penultimate carbon as L-glyceraldehyde, the hydroxyl group is on the left. Aldehyde group, this is the penultimate carbon. The position of the hydroxyl group is on the right. Therefore, this is the D-glyceraldehyde. The position of the hydroxyl group is to the left of the penultimate carbon. This is the L-glyceraldehyde. Oh, remember this picture. Oh, Gary V is on the left, Dr. Z is on the right. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The penultimate carbon is carbon number 5. The OH group is on the right. Therefore, this is D-glucose. On the other hand, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The penultimate carbon is carbon number 5. The OH group is on the left. This is L-glucose. Look at the penultimate carbon for D-glucose, L-glucose, D-mannose, D-galactose, D-fructose. Configural relationship among isometric aldoses with the configuration of reference hydroxyl group on the penultimate carbon. Configurational relationship among isometric ketoses with the configuration of the reference hydroxyl group on the penultimate carbon. The Haworth projection is a way to view furanose and pyranose forms of monosaccharides. The ring is drawn flat and viewed through its edge, with the anomeric carbon on the right and the oxygen atom to the rear. Look at the Fisher projection. The penultimate carbon is carbon number 5. The OH is to the right, so this is D-glucose. Aldoses have the anomeric carbon as carbon number 1. Glucose is an aldose. So for ketoses, the anomeric carbon is carbon number 2. Beta. Beta means that the OH, the hydroxyl group on the anomeric carbon of the cyclic hemiacetal lies on the same side as the terminal CH2OH. So kung nasa taas siya, hydroxyl group, nasa taas din yung CH2H, the terminal side. Conversely, if the OH, the hydroxyl group on the anomeric carbon of the hemiacetal lies on the opposite side, that is an alpha. So alpha, yung OH nasa baba, yung CH2OH nasa taas. A six-membered hemiacetal ring is indicated by pyran, and the five-membered hemiacetal ring by furan. Monosaccharides have 5 and 6-membered rings. They have a shape that corresponds to the shape of the heterocyclic compounds furan and pyran. Because the alpha and beta forms of glucose are 6-membered cyclic hemiacetals, they are named alpha-D-glucopyranose and beta-D-glucopyranose respectively. Alpha-D-glucopyranose, beta-D-glucopyranose, alpha-D-galactopyranose, beta-D-galactopyranose. The alpha and beta forms of glucose are 6-membered cyclic hemiacetals. They are named alpha-D-glucopyranose and beta-D-glucopyranose respectively. The designations Furan and pyran are sometimes omitted in monosaccharide names. Thus, the glucopyranoses are often named simply alpha-D-glucose and beta-D-glucose. Beta means that the OH on the anomeric carbon of the cyclic hemiacetal lies on the same side of the ring as the terminal CH2OH. Alpha means that the hydroxyl on the anomeric carbon of the cyclic hemiacetal lies on the side of the ring opposite the terminal CH2OH. Alpha-D-glucopyranose, often named simply as alpha-D-glucose. These are Haworth projections for glucose and fructose. Tips on drawing the Haworth projections. Biologic functions of carbohydrates. Biologic functions of carbohydrates. In summary, carbohydrates are hydrates of carbon. They are the major sources of energy. Simple sugars are monosaccharides, and their name ends with "ose".